One of my good friend reached out to me last week. We used to work together in one of the previous company where I used to work. I think that was my second company when I started my career. His daughter is 19, 20-year old now, and she didn't finish her college, and right now she doesn't have any clue what she wants to do in her career. Yet she wants to make 25 plus. She doesn't want to do the job where minimum pay wage people pay. So I created a list for her. I thought it would be good to share with some of you guys because I get lot of messages from either recent graduates or who are still going to college or who are not going to college because they don't want to study further and still want to make a decent amount of money. So here are 9 things I found which might be helpful. Pick based on what your interests are or skill set are. None of them has a huge learning curve. There will be some, but that's why I'm saying if you have interest in that, you will be able to pick it up quicker. So let's just dive into it. So and this is no particular order. These are just 9 positions which I thought would be good for her and maybe for some of you guys who are making minimum pay wage or not making money at all. First is virtual assistant. Majority of virtual assistants are offshore right now. If you see the total number of people who are working as a virtual assistant, but a lot of people have faced an issue with virtual assistant hiring offshore, that they don't know about American culture as much as you would want them to know. I have hired a couple in my past as well, and they were good. I mean, they were able to do the job done, but I thought if I can pay a little bit more, and they in US they are making around 30 an hour, and if they are in the US and if I can pay them around 30 an hour, I would be able to, but there weren't many people, but now I see a lot of people. But basically virtual assistant, you need to like organize tasks, communicate, you need to be a little bit of tech savvy, right? You need to be detail oriented multitaskers because a lot of things could be thrown at you, and if you can do that, I think virtual assistant would be a good position for you. Second is freelance writer. I know with AI and ChatGPT and Gemini and other platforms, people don't need as many writers. But if you are a writer in a particular field, right? So let's say if I want to write about nursing, I would rather have a nurse search on this platform or use this AI platform to help her write. She can proofread and then she can help me publish, right? So knowing a particular skill set, if you are in sports, if you are in travel, whatever your hobby is, right? If you are good at writing, and if that's your expertise or interest, I think freelancer writer still has a value which AI cannot completely replace, at least next couple of years, I feel. Third position is online tutor. It's still decent amount of hourly rate job. Like people pay up to 60 an hour, depends on what you are teaching. And you need to have that particular subject expertise, of course, patience and communication skills. But if it suits, if you like teaching, right? If teaching is your interest and passion, then you can make decent amount of money. The fourth one is graphic designer. People use Adobe Creative Suites or Figma, or based on what kind of graphic you want to create, or Canva. There are a lot of tools which you can use and create good content for the articles, for marketing material, or all those kind of things. So if you are artistic visually, then I think that's a good job for you. Number 5 is social media manager. Everybody wants to be a YouTuber nowadays, right? So if you are good with social media, if you and there is a very easy way to prove if you are good or not. If you have your own social media channel and it's doing decent, and if you are creating a content which people likes, that's an easy curve to adopt if you have some interest. Even though you don't have your own channel, you have worked in other places and you have helped other people, it's still a decent job which can pay up to 35 an hour. Number 6 is video editor. This one is by far required nowadays, because creating interesting video is difficult. Like, I do content creation, I don't go in too much detail about how the video should look like, because for me it's more educational than flashy lighting and stuff. But even for educational, I should have probably hired some video editor who can make it a little bit better, right? So video editor, if you like editing, if you have that creative visual storytelling skill, that's a good job for you. Number 7 is translator. I know a lot of people are thinking that AI will replace it, but right now I'm trying so many AI tools for to see if it really conveys the message in English versus my native language. It doesn't. It feels like it's translating 60, 70, 80% of it, but it doesn't have the same emotions what I'm trying to convey if I use just online translator. So there are a lot of translator job which pays from 25 to 50 an hour, but you need to be fluent on both of those languages which you are trying to help translate. Now, number 8 is interesting. There is a little bit of learning curve, but it's not that difficult. It's a bookkeeper job, and it pays good. Like, I hired a bookkeeper for myself from Upwork, and I paid 40 an hour, and she was decent. She wasn't like master of bookkeeping, but you need to learn QuickBooks or other softwares like that. You need to be detail oriented and need to understand a little bit of accounting. If you understand that, it's fairly it's comparatively easier thing to learn if you have interest in that particular area. And number 9, this one was interesting for me as well. I didn't know this job existed as much, but when I did my research, search engine evaluator. So people hire search engine evaluators, or companies hire to help rank the or train the AI system to pick what answers they will need, or even go into a little bit of search algorithms as well. And the task can vary company by company and the role you do, but it is also one of the good job which I think it will grow as more AI platform will emerge for niche markets. So here are the 9 things. I'll put a screenshot of the article as well at the end after finishing my article. And good luck, and please share it with anybody who doesn't have a college degree or doesn't want to have a long learning curve, but want to do any of this job. And if you want to hear anything or for any particular position in detail, or have any other question, feel free to message, and I'll try to answer when I can. All right, thanks guys. Please follow and share if you can. Thank you.